Hello friends. Welcome to Current Affairs Review. Topic for today's video is cryptocurrency, a new age boon or Pandora's box. Cryptocurrency refers to any type of digital money that can be utilized in a range of financial transactions, both virtual and real. These are valuable and intangible assets that can be traded electronically or virtually in a number of applications and networks. Cryptocurrencies are decentralized, which means no government or bank controls their creation, valuation, or trading. Blockchain, a distributed ledger technology, is the foundation of the cryptocurrency market. Cryptocurrency is kept in a wallet, which is accessed using the private key. Various players perform various positions in the cryptocurrency market, including cryptocurrency users, miners, cryptocurrency exchanges, trading platforms, wallet providers, coin inventors, and coin offerers. Some well-known cryptocurrencies are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Polkadot, Chainlink, Mooncoin, Shiba Inu, and Dogecoin. Cryptocurrencies are used in a variety of platforms, including social networks, social games, loyalty points, and peer-to-peer networks. There are two sorts of cryptocurrency platforms: centralized and decentralized cryptocurrency platforms. Obtaining and generating cryptocurrency, as well as spending and exchanging cryptocurrency, have all been involved in business activity. The derivatives market and the spot market are the two main markets where cryptocurrencies are exchanged. Elon Musk created the first native digital currency, but there was a problem with double spending. A pseudonymous Satoshi Nakamoto solved the double spending problem in 2008, and the Bitcoin network became operational in January 2009. The usage of digital currency as a means of exchange has begun in developing countries. For digital currency projects in many developed nations, the central bank has patented central bank digital currency (CBDC) activity provisions. COVID-19 has had an unusual and astounding worldwide impact, with cryptocurrencies experiencing a positive demand shock in all countries. Because of the proliferation of crypto trading and exchange platforms, India's crypto market has grown from a low level in 2013 to what it is now. Following the government's move to demonetize over 86% of the country's paper currency in 2016, some people began buying large quantities of Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies with the purpose of selling them later. Due to a lack of large-scale mining infrastructure and strict government prohibitions on international money flow, Indians have difficulty interacting with many of the major overseas crypto trading platforms. As a result of the increased usage of digital technologies, cryptocurrency has grown in popularity in India. In an announcement dated 6 April 2018, the Reserve Bank of India (RBI) banned the trade of virtual currencies in India. These were overturned in March when the Supreme Court quashed the RBI's 2018 circular in the case of Internet and Mobile Association of India versus RBI. Banks have been cautious to allow their customers to trade in cryptocurrencies due to legal uncertainty. The Union government will introduce a bill titled the Cryptocurrency and Regulation of Official Digital Currency Bill in this winter session of Parliament. This aims to provide a structure that will make the Reserve Bank of India's establishment of an official digital currency easier. India's Reserve Bank, like other economies, is establishing its own central bank digital currency, CBDC. A CBDC is comparable to the currency in our wallets, except that it is stored digitally in a digital wallet controlled by the central bank. The RBI's digital rupee will not be able to totally replace bank demand deposits. Individuals can convert their existing bank deposits to the new digital rupee. Former Reserve Bank of India Governor Raghuram Rajan has cautioned central banks against creating their own digital currencies, stating that doing so might limit consumer options and discourage private sector innovation. In dealing with cryptocurrencies, the Union government has chosen a more methodical approach. The Reserve Bank of India, on the other hand, has maintained its position that private cryptocurrencies pose a risk to financial stability. Many believe the fledgling cryptocurrency industry has the potential to become a financial innovation hub, and the Union government may not want to put an end to it. Although there was some discussions in India about whether or not rigorous regulations would be implemented and whether or not cryptocurrency revenues would be taxed. However, in a regulated market, illegal acts will very certainly be curbed to some extent. The International Monetary Fund stated in its Article 4 mission to El Salvador in 2021 that, due to the high volatility of cryptocurrencies, the use as legal money poses a significant risk to consumer protection. As a result of its utilization, it also generates fiscal contingent liabilities. They are also regarded to be good options for cross-border payments. Nevertheless, this increases the risk of illegal cross-border financing. Terrorist financing is a serious concern that the Indian government hopes to address via cryptocurrency laws. Cryptocurrencies are decentralized, unlike fiat currencies, which are governed by governments, and as a result, the flow of money is not controlled by a single entity. There would be no one to protect the weak and impoverished who may not have a great understanding of technology because it does away with government and regulation. Legislators in India will determine whether or not to make cryptocurrencies illegal. Download material for this issue from our website. Please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thank you.